word to my dear friend, Mr. Salim Siddiqui from online.
Thank you very much for your compliments, and officers, thank you very much for coming in, and your assurances come always. As Gulfam complains about, share with you his experience. I am actually not sharing with you personal experience, but the many people come to me like he said with life. In recent weeks, the Pakistani International Airlines are being targeted. The recent weeks, almost and 2 weeks, on Saturdays especially, many people, almost all of the passengers with American citizens were detained. They were not maltreated, not disgraced, not disrespected, but they were just detained for hours and hours, and people were waiting outside at JFK. 2 weeks back, a friend of mine, he's not here today, he's a reporter from the Arch TV. He personally shared with me, he's a US citizen. He was coming after 5 weeks, and he was detained with being questioned. And this is one that on one hand, your assurance system that the people, the Muslims and Pakistanis are not targeted. But on the other hand, these are the examples. There's a lady sitting there, her husband was, deportation was orders, and he went to the court and opened a case for the green card. He was arrested and sent to Alabama. His family is in New Jersey, and they are starving. And another question, like you especially pointed out, the misinformation and miscommunication. I personally called a couple of times to FBI Newark office. An office was raided in New Jersey by the FBI, what the news reports. And I got to remove the misconception that the FBI is harassing the people to get the facts. But unfortunately, till today, after 6 months, I did not get anything. So would you like to comment on that?
CBP is not here, but maybe next time we'll bring them.
Again, since I don't work for Customs and Border Protection, but occasionally there may be intelligence that's received regarding a possible flight involving, and sometimes intelligence is very general. And because of that, additional scrutiny is placed on examining the passengers that are arriving. And again, I mean, this is all based upon, unfortunately, the tragic events of 9/11. So I don't think that the federal government is in a position where we want to target certain, this country was built on freedoms, on civil liberties, on civil rights. And no one, I don't believe that in the other instance where we had that female officer who said, is the Pakistani flight over, I don't believe that she had some intent to target Pakistanis. The comment was probably made in the light that maybe she was staying there overtime. I mean, knowing how that operation works and functions. My counterpart here worked for the former Immigration Service, and I can tell you that frequently those officers working at the airport are held, past their tour of duty for overtime to process certain flights.
Questions for the FBI. One was hate crimes. What's the status? Basically, hate crimes have to do with an offense that is brought about or triggered by a person's race, religion, color, national origin, or sexual orientation. Now, as it pertains to the Pakistani community, at least 3 of those would certainly apply if a crime was committed against a Pakistani immigrant, resident, or a citizen of the United States. Having said that, I must tell you that the vast majority of hate crimes are prosecuted at the state level, investigated by local agencies and prosecuted in the state court system. So I don't have statistics for you, but I know anecdotally, as I said, that most hate crimes are prosecuted at the state level. The other, exploitation of workers, that is a sort of a generic description of essentially civil rights violations that the FBI shares enforcement with Immigration and Customs Enforcement. And really it's a matter of who sees that violation first, basically, and very often it's the ICE folks who will intercept that, recognizing that groups are coming in the hold of a ship, indebted for what really would amount probably to a lifetime of menial service trying to pay off that debt. But we also have that responsibility within the FBI, and at times we, with the two agencies, collaborate in such investigations.